Hi everyone, welcome back to David at Go To Hobbies. Right, I've been looking at my comments that people and you've been leaving. Thank you very much. Um, it's surprising, really, how many of you are truck drivers out there that are fed up to the back teeth of the same things I am. And I agree with a lot of the comments. And I think this that 20 years ago, like one of the comments said, it was good. And then it's just gone pear shaped since then. Yeah, I've got to agree. I totally agree with all what you said. And I think to myself, it's a complete, utter mess. But I'll be honest with you, and this is the truth. There's still some bloody good transport companies out there that do care about their drivers. Unfortunately, not the one I'm working for. Um, that'll be in another video. And the way I see it is this: the job's had it, and now the another video I put about 18-year-olds coming into the industry. They can't even drive a car at 18 properly, let alone a truck. And you can imagine what it's going to be like. It's going to be absolute carnage. Imagine them getting behind the wheel of an Arctic. Yeah, even the army are doing it. What was it? Whatever they were saying, it's 6 weeks from no license to becoming like a C plus E license holder. They're freaking mad. Absolutely bloody mad. Yeah, you might get a license, but what experience have you got? F all. What it's going to do to you is give you a license to kill. It is going to give you an absolute headache of a life. Because I tell you now, you might drive an Arctic, but you've got no experience whatsoever. They've taught you how to drive it. That's all. They've told you how to turn the corner, looking ahead, how to reverse it, hopefully. But it's not only that. It's what about loads and stopping distances and how the wind affects you? There's so many things. Sorry about my squeaky shoes. There's so many things that come into play when you're driving a truck. And what they don't teach you is about your own mental ability. Because if you've had a rough night or you don't feel well and you drive a truck, you could quite possibly kill yourself or kill a family and children and pets. So the idea of an 18-year-old driving a C plus E license, an Arctic, is bloody frightening. It is worse than anything I could ever think of. And letting an 18-year-old. Don't get me wrong, some young drivers are extremely good. But, and this is the but, you've got no experience. And experience counts in this business. You get yourself into a situation. How do you get yourself out of it? Blindside reversing. Yeah? There's so many things in this business. I'm not being big headed. I'm not trying to put people off. Actually, yeah, don't do it. We all had to start somewhere. And when I was, I think I passed my class 2 in 84. I had 15 years on rigids. I've driven for many companies. Um, I started on agency, and I've done some fantastic jobs, but the roads are not the same. People's attitudes are not the same. It's a totally different ball game out there now. It is, I'd say, 1,000 times worse than when I passed my test, because people's attitude, they do not give a toss, and they don't give a toss. But unfortunately, us professional drivers do have to give a toss, because we are preventing them killing themselves by our quick thinking and our reaction. There's been, I can't tell you how many times I've saved people's lives because I know what they're going to do before they do it. I've reacted to what they're going to do. They've stuck their noses out. I've braked before they've even got halfway across the road. I've had people cut me up. If I hadn't braked, they would have been cut in half. One of their bodies could have been split in half. And the only way to take the correct attitude is you got to treat everyone as a blithering idiot. And that is the only way you are going to survive. Because because they will do the most stupidest thing when you least expect it, at the wrong time and at the right time. So you've got to have your wits about you all the time, not just sometimes, all the time. And this is the difference. What makes an extremely professional driver is knowing these things will happen to you when you least expect it. So you're always ready for it. And you're watching the roads, you're watching what people are doing, you're watching the weather, you're watching the side of the roads if animals run out, deer, foxes, badgers. You know, they will. And prevention's better than a cure. I don't want to kill an animal. I'll do my utmost best to avoid them and do it safely. Because, you know, you've got that little thing called a horn. It's a device that warns the animals that you're there, because they might not hear you. So you can bib that horn and frighten them off. That is the whole purpose. The other day, it was a squirrel running up the road. I slowed down so he had a chance to escape. It's the simple little things, you know. Let live. But the whole point of this driving business is you've got to be ready for the most silliest action people will do. And I will say this again, bringing an 18-year-old into this business that has just passed his test on a car, even the army, no license, in 6 weeks to a C+E. You've got no experience whatsoever. Nothing. It takes years to get experience like what I've got. But you should have a driver that could show you the ropes. And it's a pity there's not enough drivers coming into this industry. But that's a story for another day, isn't it? Why people don't want to come into the road haulage industry. There's many reasons. Many, many reasons. As you know as well as I do. There's many, what's the word I'm looking for here? Reasons why not to do it than to do it. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. And please like, share and subscribe. Thanks everyone. Take care and safe driving. And get home tonight in one piece. Just be ready for those idiots. Take care. Bye bye.